and meet Dave Chappelle. Bitch, I know Dave. I knew Dave before you knew Dave.
Wow.
If they want to meet Dave Chappelle, I'm sure I can get him to come down here to Dallas. Don't nobody need you, huh?
Wow.
If you was really interested in this marketplace, why didn't you start a label? Why didn't you start a production label, Erica? You're like a Harriet. You're like a phony ass Harriet Tubman. You ask all of these artists to come and show loyalty to you, promising them to the promised land, promising them representation, but all they end up doing is moving to the other side of the field and work for you.
That's
almost every one of the producers that I'm working with down here, she has told everybody in the industry, oh yeah, that RC and the Grits album should have blew up with Erykah Badu's support. But see, she don't let them get but so because she needs to keep them on her payroll to keep her looking good. RC, if you want to work for a production camp that ain't gonna gaslight you, ain't gonna make you have to have sex to stay on board, ain't gonna make come to Philadelphia, yo.
For real?
All of y'all come to Philadelphia. I got y'all back, but y'all gotta stop being afraid. Y'all gotta stop letting Rob Ski run around here, who's Erica's cousin that I found out. So basically, that's her minion trolling in these streets to gaslight y'all heads up, making her think she got power. She only has the power that y'all give her. She is a fucked up island witch. That bitch running around talking about she doing spells on me. Bitch, you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing shit to me. That shit don't affect me.
Yeah.
I'm covered by the Most High.
She telling people that?
Yeah, she telling people that got people scared. Listen to me. I had people that were supposed to be at that rehearsal the other night that was afraid to come to my house. They were afraid to come here. You shouldn't be afraid to come to a place that's welcoming you with music and love.
Right. At all.
Erykah Badu still to this day will not perform on the same stage as me. And you know what? I don't blame her. Bitch, I'll blow you the fuck out just like I used to in the 90s. Ain't nothing changed. Right. And Jill, see, now this is also funny. Natalie, wait a minute. Me and Natalie, I'm telling you, me and Natalie, we got to going, right? Right. We got to going. We started talking about some things we ain't talked about in 20 years. Now imagine how weird this is for our husbands. You know what I mean? Because they're sitting here listening to us talk about exactly fuck Badu. Fuck, her name ain't Badu, her name is Jaguar Wright. Damn. Just like mine. She got the same, it's my name. We will talk about that another time.
Okay.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Wow.
That's a whole nother conversation.
You need to write
a whole nother conversation. Now, when we was doing the Smoking Groove tour and she was running around after Andre talking about, ooh, honey, let me fix your plate. She's still in love with Dre. Still in love with Dre.
Right.
And she never gave Common no pussy. All them years they was together, she never gave him no pussy. Wendy Goldstein was sitting there booking tickets for him back and forth from Chicago or from New York to Dallas, New York. It was a whole public relation mess. He actually thought that shit was gonna pop off. She wasn't giving him no pussy. Now, I believe she was giving M1 some pussy.
What?
But then we didn't know. And the next thing you know, she had a baby. Everybody was thinking it was Common's baby, but it was the DOC baby. So how the fuck was she doing all this fucking and making all these babies up underneath this nigga nose? And he didn't know. And he didn't know. How didn't you know, my nigga? Come on, Lonnie. And then you gonna get on the back talking about, oh, Erykah Badu's pussy is this. How the fuck would you know, yo?
When you didn't even do nothing with it.
I don't think he know nothing about no Tiffany Haddish. I don't think he know nothing about no Tiffany Haddish. I don't think that shit is real at all.
She said they've been doing it.
She can say whatever she want to say. Let me tell you something. You keep forgetting you're taking the advice from trained actors. This nigga got an Oscar. Wow. You don't think he know how to fake it?
You are right.
If it was, listen to me, if he was that bad, why didn't Kerry Washington stay with him? Wow. No, she left him and married that dope ass African motherfucker who keep putting babies in her.
He was cute too.
Oh no, he is very cute. And very masculine. And very masculine. Yes. Shout out to Kerry Washington for that good choice. You leveled up. You leveled up. You went from phony to that real thing. You leveled up. Let's talk about Serena Williams. Don't forget, they had a whole thing. Common and Serena Williams. I was like, I don't even know how he got in that because she tough. I was like, her backhand? Her backhand
for that. I didn't think.
I can't see her not pimp smacking him because he got him under. He was so fucking needy. He was so needy and so clingy.
Mm-mm.
Like now, this is the thing. When I go online, I'm seeing a picture of us at that party, and I'm like, yo, oh yep, Angela Rye. He always got it was a public relations shit. He always has public
Wow.
relationships.
I noticed that though. I
Always
noticed
got,
that.
listen to me. If he was that
I
much the
noticed
truth,
that.
how did Serena Williams leave him for a white billionaire? Haven't you noticed that as soon as they end, these chicks go and marry somebody real, yo?
Somebody else.
They go
Somebody
they
bigger
go
and
and
better.
marry somebody real.
Somebody bigger and better.
Tiffany is funny. First things first, I want to address this now because I haven't addressed anything. When I saw that
I
come
love
out, and then
Tiffany.
listen to me, and I seen the pictures of
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany and the bald. Not
Yeah.
every woman was meant to rock it.
No. But she didn't
Not
look
every
bad.
woman. She doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look great. They got her looking like
No.
a cancer patient. And see, I had noticed something at the George Floyd funeral memorial in Minneapolis. See, she was under Kevin Wayne. She
What?
used to be under Kevin Wayne.
Wow.
And if you notice at the funeral in Minneapolis, they wasn't sitting together. They
See,
had
I
her
didn't
sitting
even
in a whole
see
nother
that.
row. And she barely interacted with Kevin. And she looked, it wasn't sadness.
Mm-hmm.
There was something else. Now, remember a couple years back, she had that breakdown in Miami.
Right.
And then
Was she
and
drunk
everybody was
doing
like,
the comedian thing? And is that
listen
what
to
you
me, the
talking
same thing happened. Listen to me, the same thing happened to me. When I was releasing my second album, I had a breakdown on stage. I passed out.
about?
They had to carry me off the stage. I couldn't even finish my
Wow.
show. I'm going to tell you what happened to me. It was time for us to perform Ain't Nobody Playing.
Wow.
And see, even though Tariq replaced Flo Brown on my album, it was me and Flo Brown that made Ain't Nobody Playing hot. She was the MC. And they
Okay.
removed her and put Tariq.
Wow.
And I went to go sing the song, and instantly I couldn't breathe. Because I'm like, I was about to say, calling Flo Brown to the stage, and she wasn't there, and I gave out.
Yeah.
I couldn't go no further. And all I could do
That's
was have
crazy.
another drink and go to sleep and just keep promoting my album because that's what I was told to do.
Just numb it.
Just numb it. Somebody said to me, oh, you blaming your alcoholism and on this, that, and the other. I ain't blaming nobody for shit. My father was a drug and alcoholics counselor my whole life. He counseled, sponsored, and saved over 200 people. Part of getting through this is being accountable for your actions,
You all right.
accepting
You got to
responsibility for
face
your
it.
actions, letting people know what's going on with you.
Yeah.
So
Not
yeah,
hiding it.
and he was
Really.
like, so basically, if you weren't trying to revive your career, you would still let young girls be in sex traffic. I was like, if you think that's what's going on, my nigga, you need to contact your senator. Contact your senator or your congressman and be well. Not really. I didn't say nothing about no sex trafficking, no children. I didn't
Right.
say the police is running a sweatshop out of
Words
their
in your
butts
mouth.
and they screwing the kid. I ain't say all that. I ain't even say. I never said Common sexually assaulted me. I never said that. I did say was that nigga was playing hide and go freak and trying to stick his dick in my mouth while I was asleep. I busted him in his
That's
balls. I backed him up
crazy.
and said, "I'm the fuck out of here." That's what I said.
That's
I
the
didn't say
crazy part
sexually
right
assault.
there, though.
Now, if by the terms and definition it adds up to sexual assault in the eyes of the law, then that's just what it is. I ain't make the law.
How to handle it.
I know how to handle myself.
Yeah.
I've been
So
down them dark roads. I know how to get it right. So at the end of the day,
yeah.
people gonna do and say what they gotta do and say. I'm not worried about that. I've never reported. I've never reported a sex crime against me. Where I come from, that's not how it go. See, that's not how it go. You know what I mean? I holler at you. That's what's gonna happen. You got me this time. I'll catch you on the back end. I wrote a song about it on my second album. It's called Do Your Worst. Do your worst. We'll settle up later. We'll
And they
settle
know
up
what
later.
that is. Don't need to
I'm
say
from North
nothing more
Philly.
about that.
I'm from North Philly. Say less.
Wow.
Say less.
I
But
just
what I
like your
want everybody to
attitude
do,
to
what I
this.
want everybody to do is
Crazy.
pray for Tiffany Haddish. Pray for her. Pray for her coverage. Pray for her safety. Pray that the Most High restores all of her mind, because we don't know what's going on
What's
there.
going on?
And if see, you got to understand something. I only took a shot, just one little shot at Common. I ain't go in on him. I ain't go in on him. I did not go in on him.
No,
So
you
if the
didn't.
media
You didn't say that much.
decides, listen to me, if the media decides that it's news, y'all got to understand how the media work. See, what I was told was it was an ongoing investigation.
Wow.
They was already looking into him. My story just happened to line up and be the perfect foot in the door to open up this door on him.
Wow.
So whatever Lonnie Lynn has done to upset somebody in TV land and movie land has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. I didn't make you hot news, nigga. You made yourself hot news. See, this is what these dummies do.
Right.
All right, they get loved by the white man. They get loved by Hollywood. They start playing the game, and they forget they got this on them.
That melanin.
They forget they got this on them. You see what happened with Bill Cosby.
Right. And he
All
ain't
them bitches
getting
was
out.
paid. Listen to me. All them bitches was paid years ago. They was all drug addicts. I still don't understand how you can drug a drug addict. I still don't understand how a woman can say, oh, well, he gave me a pill and I took it. And the next thing I know, I don't remember what happened.
You knew that was a lie.
Wait a minute. No, they're telling the truth. He gave you the pill and you took it.
Why did you take it?
He didn't force it down your throat. You want to know why they took it? They took it because they're fucking drug addicts, yo. How do you drug a drug addict? When have you ever seen a crackhead say, oh my God, my drug dealer drugged me?
You are right. You make it sense.
You ain't never heard it. You can't say that a drug addict got drugged when they do drugs for a living. That's why when they brought that lying ass bitch, Janice Dickinson, on TV, I said, you know what? I'm done with Me Too. I'm done. Y'all gonna go get that bitch? She sat there and lied on Sylvester Stallone for years. He's the father of my child. He's the father of my child. So, listen, Sylvester Stallone finally took the DNA test and came back. He wasn't the father, right? I wish they had that shit on Maury. Do you know what Janice Dickinson's answer was to all of that?
I want to know.
Well, I was getting high, so I don't remember. That's what she said. That's what she said about her own so-called false allegations against Stallone. So why would y'all put her on TV disrespecting that man and disrespecting that man's legacy? In my opinion, the only things Bill Cosby was guilty of was sleeping with too many white women and cheating on his wife, trusting too many white people and thought that they was his friends.
Right.
And believing that his money negated his color.
Everybody ain't your friend.
It does not matter how much money you make in America. As an African American, you will always be considered inferior. Period.
Yes.
You saw what they did to Obama. He became president.
Right.
And they still gave him a hard time. The only thing that proved is that it doesn't matter how high you climb, you will always be a nigga. Always.
You making sense.
Always be a nigga.
That makes
so
sense.
No, it's not my fault that the media was looking for this big fat goose to take down.
Right.
He made himself a meal when he decided to play their game. You put yourself on the table, boop.
Right.
Now it's supper time.
You didn't do it.
Now it's supper time. They used what I had because it worked. It worked. See, my story opens up the door. Now it buys them 3 more weeks to continue to keep investigating and getting more dirt on him, But see, my story is running the newsreels right now. That picture that they have of me kissing him on the cheek, I haven't seen that picture in 20 years. I don't even know who they got that. I don't even know who they got that picture from. And it's funny because the little schmatzer that I had on, the little red thing, my cousin Leslie gave me that for the night. She was like, oh, Jag, you need to wear this. I remember.
So it brings back memories. It's like, how the hell?
Listen to me. I'm trying to figure out how they got that picture. Because there's only a few people that they could have got. Yes, R. Kelly. R. Kelly ain't the only pervert in hip-hop. He's not the only pervert in hip-hop. Me Too skipped over hip-hop.
I think R. Kelly was maybe
the first one. So guess what? Fuck Me Too. Yeah, I'm saying it. Y'all half-ass niggas. White, black, and all. You're half-ass niggas. Because if you really cared about women, rather what you would have done, rather than do the salacious, oh yeah, me too. Because guess who they skipped over? All of the people that they still making money with. See, if you're really going to uncover something, then you got to unearth it all.
Everything.
Which is why I'm announcing right now to you.
A book.
I mean, yeah, there's gonna be a book.
Okay. Yeah.
There's gonna be a book. But first, I'm doing a documentary.
Ooh. Okay.
I didn't tell anybody because I wanted to see how real it was.
Yeah.
The name of the project is called Digging Up the Roots.
Man, I'm ready for it.
The only way to sever the growth of something that's cancerous, you have to pull it up from the roots. See, once you dig up the roots, it can't grow no more.
Right.
It kills the connection. So I'm going to be digging up some roots.
I'm ready
because
for it.
I need to kill the connection. Listen to me. There's only 3 careers in this world where it's acceptable for women to be treated as sex slaves and second-class citizens, and that's sex workers, strippers, and female entertainers.
For real?
Think about it. Even if you're a chef working in a restaurant, you can still go to the corporation and file sexual harassment.
Right.
Who do you file that claim within the entertainment industry?
Nobody. And if you say
Who do you go to? Exactly. Who do you go to? Who do you go to and say, these niggas won't stop coming in and out of my bunk? I just want to get a good night's sleep without having to worry about if somebody's going to touch me. That doesn't happen in any other career except for sex workers, dancers, and female entertainers. It's accepted. Why the fuck can't I go to work and feel safe? Why do I got to worry about how the fuck I go to sleep at night with my coworkers?
That had to be stressful as hell.
I can't even begin to tell you.
Oh my God.
Wake up in the morning, rather than have a cup of coffee, I gotta have a drink because I done seen too much fucking ass before I even got food in my mouth. I don't need to see that shit, yo. And I don't want to see your nasty, whack ass dick. I don't want to see none of that. I ain't asked for it. If I ain't asked for it, nigga, don't show it to me, yo.
You know, people in the industry try to hide.
And they need to keep looking into Talib Kweli because he's been a stalker for years. He's been a stalker for years, and all of these niggas know it. He used to stalk me. I didn't know he was stalking me. I didn't find out he was a stalker until I was in bed with him. You hear me?
Common?
No, Talib.
What?
When he sat there and admitted to me, Jag, I've been in love with you. I feel bad about it now because I'm here with you, but, you know, I would just hide in the dressing room and I would just watch you change because you're so beautiful and blah, 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 blah. You saw, if you go back and you look at my EPK, listen to me, if you go back and look at my EPK, that nigga was all up under me.
Wow.
When the cameras came on, and it was me, it was B. Kyle, the director, it was me, and then Talib was sitting real close to me. The first day we started the OK Player tour, he was on another bus. He switched buses and moved on my bus.
That's crazy.
See, that's why we started calling this nigga the Green Tea Pimp, right? That's what we used to call him. We used to call him the Green Tea Pimp because he was the kind of nigga that would sit down, let's have a cup of green tea and talk about your problems. You look like you stressed out. Next thing you know, you got your legs up in the air. So that was his hustle. That was always his hustle. I ain't hating on him. You know, get it how you can get it because listen to me, Dante had all the swag. Most Def, Dante had all the swag. He had all the swag. Yeah. Black Star, he was the swag. But Talib is very intelligent. I just wish he wasn't so stupid when it came to his dick. And then you go marry that girl EQ. I remember when I first seen him down in Miami and I heard the night before. You know what? I couldn't even be mad at her. He probably did some shit that was worth getting punched in the eye for. Probably did. If you go back and you ask his first wife, I don't even think he ever married Darcel, his first baby mom. People need to go and talk to Darcel. If people want to know the real goods about what Talib Kweli is really like, go find his baby mom, Darcel. And I'm sorry, Darcel. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because I knew it was you on the phone that would
Jaguar,
call when
you
we
don't
was
gotta
together
be
in the middle of the
sorry. You
night.
telling the
Yeah, I do.
truth.
Yeah, no, yeah, I do got to be sorry. I got to be sorry for the fact that I involved myself in a whole lot of mess when I was younger. I remember when Darcel would call and he'd be dodging his baby mom. You know,
Wow. So you
what
didn't
kind of
let
woman
her
was I?
know.
What kind of woman was I? What kind of woman was I? I knew the hell and the torture she was going through, and I was still laid up with him. You know, karma's karma. I done been through mine, but I do out of respect because that woman was a good mother, and she really wanted to just love him,
But
and he
he
made a
didn't
fool
want
out of
that.
her. He made a fool out of her, just like I owe an apology to my girl Reese because I knew he was planning to level up. I knew he was planning to level up, and I didn't say anything. I should have gave her a heads up. But see, we were trained to mind our business when it came to the boys' personal affairs. You see,
But
Richard
still,
Nichols was
generating
Richard
it
Nichols
down
was
was
our
her.
foster. Richard Nichols was our foster father, and we were all his foster children. And because he believed in us so much, he had our complete and total devotion. If Rich told me to mind my business, I minded my business because I was there to learn. You see. But I
Right.
knew better. That's why me and Rich, we parted ways. Because I said, you're an atheist and I'm a believer. I cannot have you making choices over my life when we don't serve the same purpose.
At
Because
all.
one day you're going to ask me to do something and I'm going to say no. And that's going to be a problem. So let me leave now while there's still love, while there's still dignity, while
That's
there's still respect. I won't get in the way of
that's
y'all hustle. See, people don't understand. I kept all of these secrets, not for the roots. I kept them for Rich. I wanted his legacy intact, and I was willing to eat the shit to make sure of it because he was so brilliant.
wow.
But these niggas don't they don't respect Richard Nichols, and not even his widow. Not even his widow was doing anything. Like you would think that
Damn.
she would plan some memorial or something like that, but she don't. She don't. I was waiting for a Dick's Pop Day or a Richard Nichols Day. I ain't seen none of that. These niggas been on TV. These niggas been on TV. Have you ever seen them do anything to memorialize Richard Nichols on the show?
No.
Not
I
even
would
during
sit
Hip Hop
back like,
101
no.
when they got a bunch of fake ass fucking white people perpetrating to be rappers.
I've been seeing that. It's more coming out too.
And let me say this, NBC, if you want to talk to me, you still got to go through my folks. Because NBC keep trying to call me. I ain't talking to nobody. They want to know how much money I want to shut up. They
They
want to
all
know. They want to know what it's gonna take to get. Oh yeah, I've been getting threats and having conversations in the background all week. That's why I've been kind of quiet.
yeah.
So I'm
Wow.
gonna tell NBC right now, if y'all want to have a, I'm gonna tell you where we need to start. NBC, we need to start with the fact that you used my song "Free" in New Amsterdam last year. It scored the
What?
first 3 minutes of your show, and I still have yet to get my check for it. Now, I know you gave money to Frank Leewell. It was probably like $15,000 that you paid him. But see, he received that money knowing that he was no longer representing me. My contract with him been over almost 10 years, and y'all sent him that money anyway. So maybe you didn't know. Maybe Frank Leewell, whatever the case may be. If you want to talk to me about how to stay off Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy fuck ass's ass, then we need to get that money right first. Okay, so you need to cut me a check, and at this point in time, you know you gotta cut me a check for 50K.
You need to
You gotta cut me a check for
cut
50K.
her a big
You gotta cut me a check for 50K, and
cut
then we
her
can
a
talk
big
about
one.
whether or not, I'm going to continue to keep hanging the Jimmy Fallon show. Because what they don't know is that I've been trolling on the low. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to put myself in the crosshairs. You know
Right.
what I mean? For no defamation of character suit, which is why I'm
Right.
keeping everything a beam. But the truth is, somebody
But
found me
I
some
love
pictures
that
of Jimmy.
though.
Listen to me. Somebody found some pictures of Jimmy
Mhm.
Fallon snorting coke at a party. And somebody sent me them pictures. I got them pictures. They wanted to know what the next bomb is. They wanted to know what the next bomb is.
Oh,
Jimmy fuck ass, I got you caked up, son. I got you caked up. I got you caked up, Jimmy. How
dang.
much is it worth? How much is it worth to keep your secrets for your addiction? You want
Wow.
to talk about Malik B being an addict? Y'all work for an addict. Y'all work for an addict. That fucking piece of shit sitting there getting rich off of hip hop culture and ain't nothing hip hop about him.
I can't believe all these people are calling you like, what?
Man 10 without a 10. TMZ sitting there bothering me. TMZ, I ain't talking to you either. I don't care who y'all put out in front of my house. They had somebody out in front of my house yesterday posing as a, I don't know if it was TMZ, NBC, Common, The Roots, I don't know. But the bitch was sitting there for 15 minutes talking about she had an insurance, whatchamacallit, appointment with somebody who ain't never lived here.
They going that hard?
I had to call the police and have her walked up off. So I just want to let y'all know, here at the Philadelphia house in Cedar Hill, where we are, ain't nobody hiding. You walk up on my house, you will be handled like, if you have not been invited, you will be handled like a stranger. Please remember where we are. This is Texas.
Yeah.
Step on my property if you want to.
They'll shoot your ass and leave your ass in the desert.
Look, my puppy is little right now. He's little right now. But you either gonna get teeth or you gonna get bullets. Yeah. If you try to breach the perimeter of my house, this is a safe place. This is an artist sanctuary. You will not come here with your foolishness. So if somebody want to know something about me, ask me. But I ain't talking to nobody. My contact person, which is Norman Mousequake Barrett, or my manager, Angelo Minacci.
That's crazy.
And I can guarantee you, they're going to tell you, listen to me, I can guarantee you, they won't be telling you how much it costs to talk to me. But yeah, me and NBC, we can't even talk about The Roots and Jimmy fuck ass until they kick me right for using my song without, period. And the price is $50,000, NBC. Yeah. The price is $50,000. Because I tell you, if I got these pictures of Jimmy high on coke, and this nigga look like a whole clown. Look, he's sitting there like this, hardcore with it in the picture. I'm like, yo, you comfortable, son? NBC, they got morality clauses in all their contracts because they're a wholesome network, right?
Right.
Well, you got a bunch of drug addicts and sex assault niggas all over the screen perpetrating as good people. I'm telling you right now, if I got these pictures, somebody else got these pictures, yo. It looks so funny. Me and my husband was laughing like hell. Laughing like hell. Now, I'm not selling them.
Yeah,
I'm not selling the pictures. Though. I'm not selling them. But I can tell you right now, I can't stop anybody else from releasing them. I can't stop anybody else from releasing them.
Crazy.
And if people keep threatening me, see, other people are getting upset about all of these threats. You better watch your family. You better watch your households. All of that. Ain't nobody afraid, yo. Ain't nobody afraid. Wow. My father was a Marine. I was raised by a killer. You think I'm afraid of you? I tell you one thing. You want to talk about The Roots? You got to settle your debt with me when it comes to using free without my permission, and the price is $50,000. Once we get there, then we can talk about whether or not, Jimmy Fallon and The Roots are actually suitable for television.
Jaguar, you better add another 10,000 on that. Make it 60,000.
You know what? I'll let you name the price. What you think the price should be?
I'm talking about $70,000. This had to be.
I like that number.
Yeah.
I like, let's make it even. Let's say 75,000. I like that number better.
$70,000. Let's go. Pay Jaguar her money.
And then we can talk about whether or not I'm gonna finish hanging your porch monkeys. Can you believe? Listen to me. They've been sending messages through other people. They done turned everybody into a damn. Just call me. I put my number in your inbox. Talib. I put my number in your inbox, Common. I put my number. If Jill want to talk to me, all she got to do is call our mutual friend.
Jill is dead.
She can get my number.
I'm very.
Listen to me. You got listen to me. You can be dead wrong, but you also have to understand this is a woman who's very emotionally damaged.
Right.
I'm not going to get into letting you know what her childhood was like.
Yeah, but just what
because that's not for me. Yeah. But what I will tell you is she was sexualized, abandoned, and misled a long time ago. Half of the shit that Jill be talking about is lies anyway. Like I was sitting down talking to other friends, and we was sitting there talking about this and talking about that, and they was like, "That's what she told you? That's what, nigga? It wasn't even the truth." Like she made up a whole relationship with another mutual friend of ours, and then tried to make it seem like she was spurned by him, and that's why she married somebody else. But the truth is, there was never a relationship. So you use that to gaslight this man into a relationship. And then when he found out you was bullshit and you couldn't keep your legs closed for nobody, and he got upset. I'm going to tell you this, and this is real rap.
Damn.
Her first, listen to me, her first ex-husband at the end, she was trying to get pregnant. You know what I mean? I guess she thought that was
Right.
going to make everything right. You should have been fucking Terrence Howard. Period. I
She
don't give a
scared.
I don't give a fuck how sexy Terrence Howard is. Terrence Howard was kicking and talking to my cousin when we was at the time before the last time Bernard Hopkins
Okay.
had retired. We was all sitting there. Terrence Howard talking about my little cousin Crystal talking about yeah. Can you got some skim milk in them titties, baby, or what? I need you to be a wet nurse. Like Terrence is a flirt. He is a
Wow,
flirt.
he is
But that
funny
don't
though. But
he's
that's
a flirt with every but guess what though? We kept it a beam. As long as you maintain your decency and maintain your dean with these dudes, you can keep these dudes in a respectable place. But see, Jill is thirsty as hell. She's just thirsty. You know what I mean? She loves attention. Like she loves attention. And that's why, when me and her went our separate ways, because she the one that got me blocked off the Sugar Water Festival. I was supposed to be on the Sugar Water Festival. Queen Latifah ain't had no fucking problem with it. Jill had a problem with it. She went to Poetry. Jaguar, she shouldn't be doing this. You guys should be doing this. Me and Natalie was talking about that shit.
that's the
She was
best
running
girls
all.
festival.
Listen to me. Jill said, how can I be the media darling if Jaguar's on the show? I need somebody that's not as interesting as me.
What?
Yeah. Kara Lewis, our booking agent over at William Morris. She the one that told me. Shout out to Kara Lewis. Thank you for giving all of us work. Thank you for giving all of us work and getting all of us paid like a motherfucker for all them years. But yeah, she told me, she was like, Jill put in the bid. And because Jill had the celebrity at the time, you know what I mean? They gon' bend to her will.
Right.
It's cool. I just wish she was honest with the fact that the reason why she was who she was is because she was so busy trying to be me. See, I'm fire.
I can see though. Like you're not lying about that.
I am fire. And Jill was the nice girl. So all of those nice records that I would have recorded, it didn't fit with my image, with the image that I was building at the time. If you go back to the first album, I think my vocals, you can still hear my vocals. All you gotta do is try and try once again. Try, then try a few more times. And try. Those are all my arrangements. That's my voice.
Everybody
My cousin,
don't
listen to me.
on here.
Listen to me.
Listen to the shit.
If you go back to the old albums, like the first printings of the first album, you can still hear my cousin, Lady Alma, singing in the background for Is It the Way? She did the arrangements for that.
That's crazy.
I mean, and it's funny because she always made such a big deal about Erica being a plagiarist. You're just as big a plagiarist as she is.
I thought they was best friends.
They're best friends because they don't have anybody else. They done screwed over everybody else or screwed somebody else's man. They vipers. They in the viper pit together. That's where they are.
Right.
That's where they are. But what they do both have in common is they both had promiscuous mothers and they both were led astray very early in life. So they got that in common. I just never met nobody that went through the trouble to become famous to become a hoe. Usually most people are becoming a hoe so that they can become famous, like the way Superhead did it. These bitches did it in reverse.
That makes sense.
They did it in reverse. They did it in reverse.
I don't know what they doing.
I know what they doing. They gagging. They gagging right now. They gagging right now. See, they thought I wasn't. See, while I was in jail, fighting those charges that my ex-husband put on me so he could get more money out of me.
Wow.
See, because my son was a pawn. He always been a pawn. I told that nigga, I ain't gonna make no money. I'm not making no real money until our son turned 18. So you can come and you can fight me for these pennies, but the second my son turned 18, I'm getting paid. You can't get nothing, and I can't wait to be able to remove his name from my second album. I can't wait, because it should have never been on there, Sam. It should have never been on there. Fuck you do other than fuck me over, because I wasn't fucking you. I was fucking everybody else. I ain't even like your ass. You kept blackmailing me. That's why I stayed married to you. You extorted me through our marriage. You ain't love me. And now that I'm speaking the truth, you know what I mean? You probably still mad at me because you ain't got nobody bringing you all that hot ass. Because I had the hottest girlfriends. All my girlfriends were strippers. Like you can ask everybody. I had a standing table at Delilah's.
Wow.
Ask anybody who ever played with me before I fired you.
Yeah.
I would have you meet me at the Lilas. I'll buy you a lap dance, get you a drink, and let you know that the band is going in another direction. But hey, let's have a good time and say goodbye the right way. Ask anybody that worked for me. Niggas love getting fired by me because at least they know the day they got fired, it was probably going to be one of the best days of their life. Like, I'm a classy nigga. I am.
Let them know. That's nice of you, though. Because people don't do that. They just send you on your way.
No. See, I take care of people. And that's the other reason that that a lot of people in the game got a problem with me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got a problem with me because, see, and the standard is excellence. I give you excellence, and in turn, you give me excellence. You give me excellence.
You give me the energy, I give you the energy.
I don't ask anyone to give me anything that I'm not willing to give.
Right.
I don't ask anybody anything. I can't ask you to do something that I'm not willing to do.
Right.
Now, if I create that, now see, if I'm in a position of power, and that's the standard that I'm creating, all of these other artists are going to expect that from who? From everybody else they work with. See, that's why they try to move me out the way.
Man. The other day, I was just telling my boyfriend, like, listen to this. He was like, man, she can sing. And I showed him the videos and everything, telling my sister, like, this is some bullshit. I'm going to find a way to get in contact with Jaguars.
All right, I got it. Sweetheart, listen to me. I'm glad we had this talk. Please stay in touch. But you know what? Me and you, we can reconvene next Wednesday for WCW Meet. Okay? And we'll talk about it all in there because that's what we do in that room. Anybody who missed this Wednesday, our first Wednesday, we kicked it off with the 3, so everybody could make the first day. It was fire in that room. We're organizing everything now. And next Wednesday, I think we're going to do a morning and an evening. We're going to cut out the lunchtime because there was a lot of people that was late on their lunch break going back to work because they didn't want to leave the room.
Because, like,
it was so fun
to talk and people be, you know,
we're building a community.
Yeah.
We're building a community, yo.
Yeah.
We're building a community, and anybody that wants to be a part of a community where you are equally loved and respected, then come on to the WCW Meet Room on Wednesdays. We'll be posting up the new times and the new schedule and the order of things. And it's so crazy because there's so many awesome people that get on the call that, you know, we try to introduce them. So what we're going to be doing with the structure now is we're going to open up the room a half an hour before the meeting. And anybody who wants to get in the room and network, the networking hour will happen. The networking half hour will happen 30 minutes before the call, and then we get to business. We get to business. So listen to me, child. We had 2 doctors, 2 nurses, 2 attorneys. We had 2 directors, the head of a film festival. Like, they on there. We had a project manager for clothing design stores. Listen, I'm telling you, this was a powerful group. So yeah, we're gonna be setting up the networking the networking half hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The networking is going to start 30 minutes. You'll hear it because the room will be open. There will be music on, but you won't see me until it's time for the show to start. But y'all will have the mics off so y'all can talk. You know what I mean? Because I don't want people to miss this opportunity. Like, there aren't too many places for dope people of the same mind to be able to just come together and say, hey, I'm working on this. Hey, I'm working on that. Hey, can you help? Hey, can you help?
Yeah,
it was so dope. So yeah, so the networking. I'm telling you.
I'll be there on Wednesday evening. I'll be there.
All right, that's what's up. Then I'll see you Wednesday evening. And like I said, it's not a cigarette. I wasn't smoking a cigarette. I make my own CBD sticks. And I put them in a cigarette tube so it has a filter to protect my voice. I'm not smoking tobacco. I live the mellow life. Now. I gave up drinking and everything. I'm all green.
Right, though.
No, listen to me. After I just got finished running and hiking, pain, man. People don't realize I was a size 14 a year and a half ago. I'm almost down to a 6.
Wow.
And my CBD regimen, what it's done is it kills the inflammation. So now I can go hard. Like I'm running like I'm practicing
like
with Hickey again. No, I'm running like I'm with Hickey.
Oh, hell.
I ran for Hickey, yo. Like I'm 3 years old. Ooh, getting it in like, hey, I got my stick, my husband behind me. Like, oh my God. You running, babe? Yeah, I'm running.
Yeah, you know this.
So, all right, well, we got to go. My team done told me we done talked too much. I done said too much. So,
okay, I got you. Got you.
But feel free to run your mouth. Go run your mouth.
I got you. NBC 70K. Let's get it.
I'm gonna let my new friend tell you what the price is. 70K NBC. I ain't talking about no roofs until we get free straight.
70K.
Dead. Then I'm shutting up from here.
Not 50. 70K. You owe Jaguar. Send a check. Maybe she'll talk. Maybe not. But she need her money.
I don't know. I hope they talk to me before somebody decides to leak them pictures of Jimmy all caked up around his nose. I lied to you not. That nigga looked like his eyes was about to pop out of his head. I'm like, yo, that must have been some strong stuff you got going on there, boy. I started laughing. I'm like, yo, this is out here. That's how sloppy and lazy y'all are. This is out here. Wah, wah. And Malik was a drug addict. Malik was a drug addict. You worked for a drug addict, yo. They still won't call me. Somebody from the camp was supposed to call me yesterday, and them niggas still too afraid.
Man,
you afraid of a? How you afraid of 5'5", 165? And if you afraid of me, you more punk than I thought. You might need to pray. You pick a God and pray to one. Pick a God and pray to one.
Be on the Wednesday little.
I'll see you Wednesday.
30, right? The evening?
6:30. Well, yeah, 6:30 my time, so 7:30 your time. But if you want to be involved in the networking, you got to be on at 7.
7. Okay. I'll be on there, and I'll see you then. All right? Peace and love.
And guess what? I like your number better than mine. I like your number better than mine. I really do. Yeah, and big up to my girl Reese. Big up to my girl Reese who's taking her lumps. Y'all need to go back and you need to support her as well. They've done a lot of wrong to Reese. I'm sorry for not stepping in, Reese. I wish I had had more courage when we were younger. I got it now.
Somebody
you the
said
shit, boo. Reese, you the shit. You always been the shit. From Golden Boys to Ice King, even to Refried Mac. Oh my God! If you can find that project, Refried Mac, it was done by
on me with my bonnet.
Yeah. Listen to me. Tammy Roman wear a bonnet. You can wear a bonnet. Tammy Roman wear a bonnet. Why can't you wear a bonnet? Shoot, I'll get a bonnet. We can bonnet it up. Your face is still pretty though.
Thank you, Jaguar. That's all.
You're welcome. All right, let me go before I get in trouble. I'm about to get in trouble. I gotta go.
Have a good day.
Love y'all.
Peace and love.
You too. And I'm gonna let you talk to NBC for me. I like the way you think.
I got you.
I like the way you think. All right,
let's get it.
Yeah, let's get it. Boom. All right, have a great one. I'll see you Wednesday.
All right.
All right. Bye, y'all.